I think it's really exciting to see these big declutters where people get rid of everything, but like this can be wasteful. I want to make sure we talk about that. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, She's French, and if you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, my name is Jenna. I'm a French girl based out of California, and I make videos about curating your life French girl style. If you're not yet subscribed, I would love to invite you to subscribe to my channel, join my community here on YouTube, and if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram is @shesfrench, so just like the channel. Today's video is in a different setting because I'm trying to make it look nice for you guys. I've actually been meaning to do this for so long, and that's to go through my makeup. The last time that I did this was about 6 months ago, and since then it's definitely accumulated. It looks crazy. Let me show you. Ta-da! It doesn't help that my son loves to go through my makeup, pick it out, and then play with it, and then I lose it around the house, but that's a whole other thing. There's definitely some makeup that I'm not reaching for, and I just want to get this organized and have it looking good. I hate getting ready, digging through the box. It's not a good start to the day, so I'm just really excited to do this. So let's get started. I'm gonna take out everything and organize them by category. Let me do that. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I have everything in little categories, so like face, lips, eyes, and then the brushes. We're gonna go through in those sections. I think that's just a lot easier. It's not gonna be so wild. It is empty. So I think let's start with the brushes. That's gonna be the easiest. So here's my little pile of brushes. I have these two kind of miscellaneous things in there. This one is a brush for eyeliner. I only keep 4 brushes that I actually use in my everyday makeup, but I still have my roll of brushes that they came from. I do like makeup, I do like to experiment, but I don't need to have all of the brushes available because realistically, I'm gonna do a very natural look when I do my makeup, but I still like to have them just in case. So I have my roll of brushes in my bathroom. I'm gonna put this one back in there because I don't reach for that one like that. And then this is some lash glue. This is more for sticking like gems and things like that. I'm not doing that all the time, but I'm not gonna get rid of it either because I do eventually have a use for it. Now for the brushes that I use every day, I only keep 4. I really recommend assessing how many brushes you keep available to pick from because this is so much easier to clean if you only have what you absolutely use. You're gonna just get those dirty, and then it's easier to get those clean. I have one for powder. I have one that I use to put highlighter on my lids, kind of like eyeshadow. And I have these two, which are the Merit #1 brushes. I love these brushes so much. I use one, which one is it? I can tell by the color. I use one to apply foundation and concealer, and then the other one for bronzing. I love them so much, and they really can do it all in terms of like face makeup. So I have 2, love them that much. All right, so let's move on to the face makeup. I think I'm gonna show it to you in order that I do it so that it's easier. So first things first, I do my foundation, and this is the Ordinary foundation. This is the serum foundation, and I have the color 2.0 yellow gold, if you're wondering. I love this foundation. I've used it for years, and by the way, it is so affordable. I think it's like $7. I love this foundation because it's very, very lightweight, but it still gives you enough coverage. You guys might know I have a scar here that's pretty dark and visible, and it doesn't get rid of it entirely, but it really does help to mask it. I still like to see like skin texture. I'm not afraid of like, you know, like little things showing, but I do like it to all be like an even color overall, so this is perfect for that. The only thing, and I'm just gonna warn you if you're interested, the pump is very messy and it doesn't have a lid, unfortunately, so just be careful. This does leak over everything. It's part of the reason that I switched to using a box, because it's so much easier to wipe the box down than it was to wipe down anything that's fabric, so just keep that in mind. So of course, keep. So the next step is actually a new step. It's something that I've changed in my everyday makeup routine. I'm gonna do a video updating you on that, like actually showing you me getting ready, but let me show you. So this is a new product by Merit. This is their bronze balm. It just came out, I think, on the 16th of August, so it's brand new. I am obsessed. I always used Merit the Minimalistic for bronzing, but now they have an actual bronzing product, and I'm obsessed with bronzer. It's my favorite step of doing my makeup. It's so natural, but I really have fun with bronzer. So I got the color Leo. This was very kindly sent to me by Merit, but of course these are my honest opinions. I genuinely love Merit. I would never promote anything on my channel that I don't absolutely love. Here is the color. It's what I have on right now, and look how glowy and beautiful. So the way that I use this and that I absolutely love, I feel like I figured out like the trick to natural bronzer, is that I put it on top of my foundation. So while it's still a little bit dewy, I'll take it and I'll do a line here, a little bit up here, and then on my nose, kind of just in the areas where you would naturally kind of get sun-kissed. And then I blend it into my foundation. I then go over it with powder, and then I go in with the Minimalistic in a warmer color, and that's how I get like this like very natural glowy bronze look, but it looks like you're actually like bronzed from within, if that makes sense. I feel like it looks really healthy and natural, which is what I'm going for. So this, of course, is a keep. I'm absolutely obsessed. I love trying new natural makeup, especially brands that are so innovative and like current with the times. I'm never disappointed by Merit product. I'm just stoked that natural beauty has come such a long way and that you can find products like this now, because it used to be very different a couple years ago. I've always looked for natural makeup, but like this is really something that you can get excited about. Everything about it is luxurious. If you're interested in trying these, I do have a link in the bio that you can use to shop with Merit. They send you a really beautiful makeup bag with your first order. They always switch them up with the seasons and create new ones. I think right now they have like an ivory and black shoulder bag that is beautiful, and then you also get free shipping on orders above $40, so definitely worth to check out. My next step, seeing as we're going step by step, is concealer. This is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. It's waterproof. I've used this for a few years now and I really like it. I used to always have issues with creasing under the eye. I feel like this one does not do that, so of course keep. So once I apply my concealer, I then go in with this, which is the Laura Mercier setting powder. This is in the color Translucent Honey. I love this powder. I feel like it still lets your skin glow and look like skin, but it's really good for avoiding any like makeup transfer, especially on the eyelid. That's an area that is a huge problem for me because I have hooded eyes. Basically, anytime I do eye makeup, if I happen to look up at the wrong moment, it's gonna smudge everywhere, and then throughout the day as you start to sweat and your makeup kind of wears down, I start to get like raccoon eyes. This really helps with that for me. I love it. So of course keep. I then go in with the Minimalistic by Merit. This is like my OG bronzer before they came out with the bronzer, and I still use these. I like that these are a warmer color. The Minimalistic is really cool because you can use it as foundation, you can use it as whatever you want, eyeshadow, bronzer. They have a ton of different shades, which is really important, by the way, because I don't think you can be a makeup brand in this day and age and not cater to everybody. So you can find your colors with this. They have a wide variety. Let me show you the color. This is it. It's kind of like a beautiful caramel brown. That's what I put on top. So I'll have done the first step, bronzing with Leo, which is a little bit darker, and then I add just a little bit of buff right here just to kind of give me a bit of warmth. And I don't know, I feel like the results speak for themselves. It's really pretty bronze. So of course keep. Next up is a little freckle pen that I love. This is by ColourPop. This is the color Soft Brown. I'm starting to run out and you can see the tip is getting a little bit worn down, but I still have some left, so I'm keeping it. I will literally use this until there is nothing left and then I will replace it. So absolute keep. So now let's move on to the rest of the face category. Those were like my staples, but there's still some that I like to have, but then in here I know there's something I want to declutter too, so let me show you. So my big loves in makeup are natural makeup and then cute makeup. So this is a Sailor Moon blusher by ColourPop. It's so cute. I love Sailor Moon. I was really excited for that collaboration. The only thing is that I haven't touched it. I kept it from my last declutter and I was seeing myself using it throughout the summer, and I have not touched it once. I love how it looks though, so it's always like, oh, like I want to keep it, but realistically I'm not reaching for it, and makeup does expire, so as much as I love to look at it, it doesn't serve me a huge purpose to just have it. This is the color. It's so beautiful, but like I said, I haven't touched it, so this one I'm gonna part with. Next is this, which is a highlighter from Too Faced. This is called the Glover highlighter. I think this was a limited release. It is so cute, and actually I've started to use this a lot. For a little bit I stopped. I don't really know why. I kind of just stopped reaching for it. I don't find this one to be like a blinding highlighter. I don't know that the blinding highlighters are really a thing anymore anyway. This I think is just perfect. I love how this looks on my eyelids. While I don't do it every day, I do have days where I'm like, yes, I want to put it on, so that's gonna be a keep. Speaking of highlighters, we have this one from Merit. I believe this is Cava. It's like this. This is a cream highlighter. I love this one, but not on my eyes because unfortunately this one doesn't work with hooded eyelids. But I like this one a lot for like the body, like putting it right here on like the collarbone, I think is really beautiful. So I do want to keep this one. I then have this face stick from the brand OG. This is actually a cooler shade, which I use as contour. I don't contour every day, but I do like to have that. So I am going to keep this one. Next up in the face section are these little cheek colors by Merit. This is their new design. That's why it looks different, but they're the same product. I like these a lot. I have one that's a bit pinkier, a little bit redder, and then more brown, and I like having the variety. I like that I have kind of the three main colors that I would reach for, so I'm gonna keep them. Let's move on to eyes next. That's like the next biggest pile, and in there's also some pieces that I know I'm gonna part with. So let's start with the obvious one. This I'm actually really sad about. This is by Glossier, and this is their Glossier Play line, which I don't even think exists anymore. This is their glitter jelly, like eye glitter. Let me show you. Oops. Here it is. I love this so much, but it's dried out. Can't use it, which is such a shame, but I did love it while I had it. Next up are these little pigments by Alama Pure. I have 3 different ones, so I think this pinky one I'm gonna part with. I'm trying to experiment a little bit with eyeshadow. I'm trying to kind of get better. I feel like I've always written it off as like, I have hooded eyes, I can't do eyeshadow, and I've always done like the very safe options, but I would like to learn a little bit. So these are natural makeup, which I love. I'm gonna keep these 2, which are Venus and Auburn. I'm really excited about Auburn. I feel like this would be really pretty in the crease if I can do that, but like I said, I want to try. I just don't know that the pink color is going to complement me, so I'm going to hold on to these 2 for now. And while I'm at it, let's talk about this one. This one survived my last declutter. This is another super cute palette from ColourPop. This is their Animal Crossing collection, and by the way, I'm like a big gamer and I love Animal Crossing, so I was excited about this collaboration. This is what the palette looks like. I think it's very obvious, me showing you this, why I don't reach for it. I actually used it while I had pink hair, but now that I don't, I really don't go for this. So I am gonna part with this one because while I love looking at it, it's kind of like the other one. I like to have it, but it really doesn't serve a purpose, and meanwhile my makeup is accumulating, so I'm gonna part with this. It was super cute though. Next, let's go through these other eyeshadows. I'm gonna be very careful because there is one that my son's then unfortunately smashed, so I'm gonna be careful opening these. These are also by Alama Pure, so more natural eyeshadows, and I am gonna keep most because I'm excited to experiment with them. Okay, I think it's this one. So this is the one called Solar, and it's like a really beautiful color actually, so I'm disappointed that this is one that's smashed. Here it is. I'm like terrified to show you. It's very beautiful. It's like a really pretty like sunbeam color is how I would describe it, but unfortunately this is not made to be used broken. Like, it is gonna be a mess. So I'm gonna part with this one. This is one I'm really excited about. I'm very intrigued by it. I definitely want to try it out. I don't know how I'm gonna go about it yet, so if you have any ideas or tips on what would work well on hooded eyes with this, let me know. This is the color Myth, and it's like a kind of like dark sage green color, kind of a muted green. I feel like it's really pretty. I feel like it would complement my eye color well, but I'm very intimidated by this, but I am excited to try it, so I'm gonna keep it. This one is called Gamine, which is French. I don't know how to say it in English, I'm sorry. It's like a kind of like ballet slipper color, but more on the champagne side than pink. And now that I look at it, it's very similar to a pigment that I kept. I might part with this and just keep this one because for my level of scale, I feel like this is much easier, and because they're so similar, I'll probably go for this one before this one. Last but not least is Phantom, which is a really beautiful kind of dark brown. It's a little bit darker in person than it is on camera. I also want to keep this because I feel like I would want to experiment with this as well. I do want to try it. Next up are mascaras. I keep this as my backup of a backup. I really like it. I know it's only $1. I don't care. I'm obsessed with it. But I do have the Merit one that I reach for before this one now because this one is much better than this one. Merit's is like this one's big sister. This one's just better. I like the applicator more, but this one is still really good, so that's my backup. I'm gonna keep it. For the Merit ones, I know that one of them is done because I've used it so much, so let me see which one it is. Okay, it's this one. So I'm gonna part with this one because this one's getting at the point where it's like you have to like really scrape to get it out. I have this one that I can use, so I'm gonna keep this one, part with the other one. And then this one is by Alima Pure. This is a kind of different applicator. It's not a fluffy brush. It's kind of like the more like rigid plastic ones. Let me show you the difference. The Merit one is very fluffy. This one is more rigid. So it's like a different style. I want to experiment, so I'm going to keep it. It's literally brand new. Next up, I have eyeliner. This is my favorite eyeliner. It's by e.l.f. This is also very, very affordable, but the ingredients are very good in e.l.f. And this one is really good for hooded eyes because as you can see, it dries perfectly. I've used this since high school. I love it. I swear by it. Absolute keep. I then have this one, which is a pencil, and unfortunately I wear contacts and the two, for me anyway, do not go together, so I'm gonna part with this one. Next up is Merit's brow pomade, which is like volumizing. Let me show you. This was very kindly sent to me with the bronzer, and it's cool because I think this is the last product from Merit that I haven't tried. Honestly, I don't do much to my brows. They're very much present. They don't need a lot of help. They're like there. So brow products are not really something that are like majorly on my radar, but I do like the idea of using the blonde one and trying to do like the laminated brow style. I think that's what it is, like the fluffy brow. So I want to try. I got blonde so that I wouldn't darken my eyebrows any further because they're already very dark. So I'll try this and I'll let you know how it goes. Last but not least are lip products. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I love talking through like products and things like that. I feel like I'm super particular and I try to have like a good plan for what I own as a minimalist. So hopefully you're enjoying this. But anyway, just a couple products left. Let's go through those. So let's start with the MAC lipsticks. These are probably the least natural products I own, but I really like these lipsticks. This one is the Lofi by MAC. I talk about it all the time. It's my favorite. It's discontinued. I think it was only released like as a promotion. It's like the most obscure MAC lipstick ever. Here it is. It looks very dark, but on the lips it's like the most perfect sheer baby pink. I love it. I'm still working through it. It's still good. I'll be sad when it's over, but for now I'm keeping it. And then I have this one, which my best friend Erica got me. This is a really good dupe to it. This is called Bosom Friend. It's a little bit lighter, but it gives that same effect. So keeping that one too. I then have two of these. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but this is my favorite Merit product. With the vibe of me doing very natural makeup, it's not a surprise that I like a sheer lip oil, but I really swear by this. My lips are forever chapped, and this is amazing because it's not sticky, but I feel like it gives you a lot more moisture than like a chapstick. So I keep one in my bag always, and then I have another one. I pulled it out of my bag for the sake of the video to show you my full makeup, but one goes in my bag, one I use while I'm doing my face makeup. I'll put this on so that I can like moisturize my lips, so that when I get to the part where I put on lipstick, my lips are nice and ready. This is the color Bel Air. I don't know if I told you. Expect it to be mostly clear, but you can kind of see from the bottle it has a little something. Next up is this lip cream, that's what they call it, by Buxom. This is the color White Russian. This is a very similar color to the MAC lipstick that I love. This is considered to be a lip plumper, so it's a little bit more sticky. I don't go for it all the time, but I do have it on right now, for example, so I'm still gonna keep it. There's a little bit left. Really like it. And then last but not least, I have a nude lipstick. This is Slip by Merit. Let me show you. It's actually a lot more sheer on the lips. It's really beautiful. I think this will be really nice for fall. In the summer, I go more for pinks, but I think I'll start to wear this in fall. So I'm gonna hold on to that one, and that is it. So I just put everything away. It looks so good. It's definitely like a breath of fresh air. It's not like the beginning where you're like digging through like deep in the trenches. Where's the thing I'm looking for? This is nice. I can go in, I can find everything, I can see it visually. I'm a visual person, so like I need to have it in front of me like this. I can't have it all crazy. It literally makes me feel stressed. But I wanted to touch on what I'm parting with. I wanted to talk about really quick like consumption and so on. So I'm getting rid of 8 things, which is a good amount, and it makes a good dent in like my makeup, what's left. It definitely made a lot of room, but I'm definitely more conservative about parting with makeup because there is literally no like second life for makeup. If you decide you don't want it, it's gonna go in the trash. You can't give it to someone, it's not hygienic, you can't sell it, same reason. So no one else is gonna enjoy this makeup after you touch it. It's gonna go to the trash, and I think that can be wasteful. With this, I feel good. I don't feel guilty because I gave everything a good chance. Perhaps some of it genuinely doesn't work for me, or it's run out, or it's too old like the jelly, or I have a duplicate, or simply, and this happens, like I made a mistake and I'm not touching it. I definitely like that I have my main staples that I'll reach for every time. I feel good about having like a face of makeup that I can replicate every time. I like to experiment, but I also like to be able to just know like this works for me, I'll repurchase it. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Hopefully I didn't rant for too long. I think you just have to find like a good balance that's healthy and works for you. I think it's really exciting to see these big declutters where people get rid of everything, but like this can be wasteful. I want to make sure we talk about that. So yeah, that is everything. I feel really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me show you a quick little overview of what's left, how it looks. I'm stoked. It literally feels like a weight off my shoulders. So here's what's left. I'm super happy with this. It's visually really appealing. It's really easy to go in there, pick out everything, and then if I want to try anything, it's right there as well. I'm a visual person, so having it in front of me really helps. And I think it's like the perfect balance of like my staples, but then also products that I'm excited to try out. So this was super successful. I'm really happy with this declutter / little organization moment. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here all the way until the end, thank you so much. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that maybe you're inspired to go in and get organized as well. It feels really good, so I really recommend it. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And then I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.